Hello viewers and welcome to Kim Uprising YouTube channel. Kindly subscribe, like and share. Our journey starts here at an intersection of Kiganjo, Nyeri and Karatina Nanyuki Road. Kiganjo is location of the Kenyan National Police Training College. A few kilometers from this place is Chaka Town, one of the fastest growing towns along the northern corridor. Beside this road is the railway line that connects Nairobi to Nanyuki. The train that operates this route is a passenger train as well as a goods train. This junction is considered one of the most dangerous spots because vehicle coming from Nanyuki side that enters Nyeri and the other ones that comes from Karatina heading direct to Nanyuki. Some drivers fail to give way, others enter Nyeri lane blindly without giving the oncoming traffic way, hence collisions. So advise to drivers along this stretch: exercise caution, give way where it is necessary to avoid such crashes. On my left is war cemeteries bearing the soldiers who died during the World War. And past the cemeteries is Kagumo High School. This is one of the famous high schools in Mount Kenya region. Kagumo High School is home to the top performers of this country. It is a good school just next to Karatina Nanyuki Road. On reaching Bridgegate or Bantu Lodge, drivers are advised to exercise great caution since you are now on a sharp descent with a sharp bend and a narrow bridge ahead. So it is up to you to exercise great caution. Avoid high speeds, dangerous overtakings. This is a very dangerous spot. And it is quite a long stretch. There is a road sign warning you that there is a sharp bend ahead. So at this point, avoid overtaking at all costs and avoid tailgating a vehicle. So you either keep distance or the vehicle behind you, you give it quite a good distance. This is a very dangerous spot. And on reaching here, this is one of the dangerous sharp bends. You can see the road at the middle is clearly marked. Do not cross. Do not try to overtake. This is a danger zone. Remember, there is a river some few meters from here and a narrow bridge. So you can imagine, suppose there is brake failure, the consequences will be dire. So avoid speed at all costs. This is a corner, and past a corner there is this narrow bridge. And ahead of us, this is the Great Marwa Interchange. It branches to Nyeri on extreme right. Then Wamunyoro on extreme left. And Karatina on a straight road that I'm taking. So you can see the place that vehicle has turned is Nyeri. Then on my left, this is where you take the road to Wamunyoro. Then while heading straight, I'm going to Karatina. And a few meters from here, we are now on Marwa Keno dual carriageway. This is one of the most modern roads ever built in this Mount Kenya region. Let us explore the epic road up to Karatina. The reason you find oncoming traffic along this stretch is because the road is still under construction. So you can imagine during the night, you can assume the road is dual. Then you overtake a vehicle in front of you, only to find another oncoming vehicle. So exercise great caution, because as you can see, the road on my right is still under construction. That is why you find oncoming traffic on this lane heading to Karatina. But in a few months to come, the road will be clear. It will be through with the other lane. We've just passed a notorious Tego black spot. That place is dangerous. As you can see, the vehicles coming from Karatina, this is a descent. So most drivers who are not familiar with the route, they go downhill with speed, unaware there is a corner at that place. So you find most of the vehicles are loaded, lorries, which the drivers are unable to take that sharp bend. So exercise great caution while descending this stretch. And now we come to an end of our dual carriage. So we take another single lane on a dual carriage road. The reason is, as you can see on my left, the place is still under construction, and this place is called Mathaithi, and we are just about a kilometer to Karatina town. So the place is still under construction. You are advised, if you are traveling at night, exercise great caution, because you might think the road is still dual, but it is not. And according to the terrain, as we speak, there are some loose chippings. So, and as you know well, that when the road have these loose chippings, it reduces the friction between the tire and the tarmac. So applying the brakes, you should apply moderately. If you apply an emergency brake here, the vehicle will skid and it will hit the vehicle in front or an obstacle that you were braking. Also, while swerving during this kind of terrain, if you try to swerve your vehicle, chances are very high that you will crash, because between the road and the tire there is a vacuum created by these loose chippings. And now we are some few meters to Karatina town. This road has taken quite a great time to construct. I think it is because of the terrain of this particular place. We have finally reached Karatina, and that is how we've ended our journey from Kiganjo to Karatina. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.